Ramakrishna, the great master of the 19th century, was like an innocent child before Kali. His disciple Vivekananda, however, was an ultra-rationalist who could not tolerate the ecstatic devotional states Ramakrishna used to fall into. He initially refused to bow down to temple images, but when faced with serious family problems, he was instructed to seek the blessings of Kali by Ramakrishna.
Yeah, it tells you a lot. It says so much about your religion when people are devastated and at the least rational and the most emotional, they change their mind and become more devoted to your religion. I mean, that's not really a huge endorsement. Like, that shows that your religion is based on emotion rather than rationality.
Compelled by his grief, his heart
Ultra rationalist. Like, a good point, in Gibson. Like, they say it as if it's a bad thing. Like, ultra rationalist. What rationalist? Yeah. Oh no. Too much rationality. Apparently, is good. Too bad. Is bad for you. These people are anti-intellectual, aren't they? Is it going to criticize this guy for being too intellectual, and it was now good that he gave up on being a bit too rational and given to his emotions and became more devoted to Kali? They're promoting anti-intellectualism.
Held by his grief, his heart softened, and when he finally turned to the image of Kali, he was overwhelmed by her divinity. This staunch rationalist.
Oh no! Guys, don't get too extreme with your rationality. Oh my god. These people are anti-rationalism. Was forced to abandon his judgments about the Divine Mother.
Was forced to abandon his judgments about the Divine Mother, but only after he approached her with humility and a sincere longing for help.
Guys, these people sound like Christians so much. They're like, oh my god, we're so different from Abrahamic religions. What do Christians tell you? Like, don't think about it too much. You can't just like rationalize God. You have to first accept God and let him into your heart and just have faith. Just have a leap of faith, and then you will see Jesus. Then you have to accept Jesus, and then you will accept Jesus. Like, okay, but I need a reason. No. Give up on reason, make a leap of faith, and then when you already accepted it, then you will see, then you will already accept Jesus. Like, yeah, I know, I think like you missed a step there. Of course, if I remove rationality and I just accept Jesus, then I will accept Jesus. Like, duh. Like, but that's not how it's supposed to be done. Right? So this is, oh wow, we got a super chat. Terrell sent us a super chat. Saying yes, colorist bigotry related to Kali. Krishna means black in Sanskrit, and Mahabharata. I did well. Says he is darker than a rain cloud, yet always blue. Colorism. Is this because of colorism in India? I'm not sure, but it might be. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh yeah, Sarah saying all blue gods are supposed to be black, but they're too white obsessed. They rather make them blue. Interesting. People are cheering me like, you can do it, Armin. No, I can't. I'm sorry.
In the same way, for the rigid atheist who insists
on reason. God, oh my god, this is anti-intellectualism. Oh no. Insist on reason. Guys, do not insist on reason. Insist on anti-reason. Like, what else do you want to insist on? What else is, how else are you going to be able to tell what is true? Insisting on reason as opposed to what? Look at this atheist. Look at the image. Like, oh my god, look at this rationalist atheist insisting on reason with all his books and his knowledge and his rationality. Oh my, he's so full of himself. He's not relying on emotion and humility. Look, oh my god, these people are anti-intellectuals. They're promoting is this what India needs, guys? Do you think like your country is gonna get better if you promote anti-intellectualism? Holy crap, this is dangerous. Guys, you need to, Jesus Christ. This is not good. Do you think you're gonna get the outcomes you want if you promote anti-reason? You know Do you think you're gonna have any control over where people land with their feelings? Just do you think they're gonna come to ideas that you like if you remove the filter of reason? Do you know without the filter of reason, you have no control over where people are gonna land with their emotions?
Insists on reason, Kali and other deities cannot be understood.
Okay, so basically saying that story that this guy is basically like us foolish atheists who rely too much on reason.
With humility and a sincere longing for help. In the same way, for the rigid atheist who insists on reason, Kali and other deities cannot be understood.
How could I not? You just explained it and I understood everything you said. Nothing you said was too complicated for me. Nothing you just said in explaining who Kelly is was was like, oh, pfft. You didn't blow my mind, guy, mister. You didn't blow, it was completely comprehensible. Okay? So, like, yeah, me relying on reason did not make me fail to understand anything you just said. Like, yeah, Callie is pure power and this, and she used her tongue to stop the blood from hitting the ground, blah, blah, blah. Like, I understood every single sentence that you just said. So I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Katie's saying anti-intellectualism is mainstream in India, even though they pretend to love science. They think of their religion as ultimate if they find one white guy studying Sanskrit. Wow, okay.
The subtle arrogance that underpins an overly intellectual mind.
Guys, I haven't seen such a outright explicit anti-intellectual video for a very long time, okay? They think relying on intellectualism is arrogant. Guy, what other tool do you have to figure out how the world works? What other tool? How is that arrogance? It's arrogance to think that your consciousness is connected to some divine supreme authority, that you are somehow one with the entire goddamn universe. Just because you want to be special in this world, you think you cannot accept that you're just a very complicated chemical being that just is going to be on this world for a very short time. No, you have to somehow be a product of super powerful divine beings, and that your consciousness is a source, it comes from a fountain, somehow is one with everything and the entire universe, and that you are incapable of dying because you're so special that there's no way for you to end. That is arrogance. Relying on the best tools that we have to figure out how the world operates, the scientific method, reason, understanding logical fallacies. Understanding logical fallacies means that we're admitting that our brains are flawed. That's the exact opposite of arrogance. We come up with systems that tries to fix for how flawed our brains are when it comes to understanding patterns and causation. We suck at that, and our brain sucks at that, and that's why we come up with systems that adjust for our flaws. That's why we come up with the scientific method. That's why we come up with logical fallacies and methods on how to find our errors. The scientific method doesn't even trust the scientists. That's why we have double-blind science, because we think if the scientists are too emotional to be trusted with data. That's why we come up with these processes. This is the exact opposite of arrogance. This is admitting our mistakes instead of pretending that we're children of divine beings. We got a super chat. Turo saying it is Mahabharata. Just trying to help. Thank you for helping and paying Atheist Republic. Well, guy, Turo, you better be rich because you're doing so many super chats. But thank you so much for the super chat. Mahabharata. 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 Mahabaha. No. Mahabaha. Mahabharata. I think I got it. Did I got it? Okay, I'm getting people are saying Armin is my second guru, I'm very offended. Why am I your second guru? Why am I not your first guru? Who's your first guru? Who is your first guru? I'm going to prove myself. So one day you replace your first guru with me. So I become your first guru.
Needs to be abandoned to appreciate the profundity of Hindu practice. Without doing this, the Hindu deities will always be looked upon with shock or ridicule.
I did not ridicule. I did not ridicule. I did not ridicule Callie. Callie is my girlfriend, okay? Callie is my girlfriend. And people say like, oh, Armin, how could you say Callie is your girlfriend? I always tell them that if you could pretend Callie is your mother, if you can pretend that Callie is your mother, then I can pretend Callie is my girlfriend. If you say, Armin, you're not even from India, our goddesses do not belong to you, I'm going to tell you that this is not your choice, this is Callie's choice. Callie is an independent woman. She's very powerful and she makes her choices. And she's not a racist, so she doesn't care what ethnicity her man is. And because she's very powerful, I know she's married and all, but she could have as many men as she wants. That's how she rolls.